Hi there, need help changing the case of your text in Excel? Let me help. Hey, I'm Sharyn from Excel at Work, where we offer straightforward, non-technical assistance to help you save time, work smarter and improve your Microsoft Office skills. So, let's look at how to change case with or without a formula. I'm going to cover without a formula first and include a special word hack for anyone using older versions of Excel. And then I'll take you through a few super helpful change case functions. Now, if you're using my 100 plus steps to Proficient workbook to improve your Excel skills, I've popped the topic number this video relates to in the description box below. And if you haven't yet claimed a copy of this workbook, I've also added a link to where you can grab yourself a copy. Right, let's look at how to change the case of your text. Hello! Right, if you're a keen user of the Change Case button in Word, Outlook or PowerPoint, you may be wondering where the heck it is in Excel. What I'm talking about is this little button up here. So the Change Case button, and of course if we click on the little drop down arrow you can see all the different case options that are available to change our text. For example, if I wanted to come down here, of course I can just go and change that to uppercase straight away, or I can change it to lowercase. So it's nice and easy in Word, but where is it in Excel? So let's have a look. I'm just going to go over to Excel here and you'll see there's no change case button. You've probably looked for it and that's why you're watching this video. Okay, so let's have a look at what we can do. I'm going to show you two different options. The first option will be focusing on changing the case without functions, and then the last option will be specifically looking at functions that will allow you to change case. So let's have a look at this quickly. Now, if you're in the newer versions of Excel, I'm in Microsoft 365 Excel at the moment, what you can do is you can use something called Flash Fill. Now, Flash Fill is so clever. If I just show you, say for example over here, we'll look at the surname over here, we've got Little Wyatt Smith. You can see Green and Jones is a little bit muddled. So if I come down here and I do Little, now you have to make sure you don't make a mistake like I just did. I'm just going to type it how I want it to look. So that's my first occurrence. So I'm just going to come down to Wyatt. Now look at that. It'll instantly drop down some options for you. That's Flash Fill. And it's actually saying to you, is this what you want? Now I'm going to press my Enter key and you can see that it actually is just giving me exactly the same as what's over in column A. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to overtype with green and look what happens. So I'm actually saying to Flash Fill, yeah, I'm happy for you to actually update it for me if you want to, but I did kind of have to give it that one step further to show it what to do. So Flash Fill is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And of course, I'll just show you, I'm just going to come over to do the first name. So if I come over here and I do Frank, and I'll do Carol. Now you can see that it's actually instantly kind of said, well, okay, you've got Carol there. I'll just drop down all the other names. So you have to do the first occurrence, then the second. Start to type the second occurrence. Pressing my Enter key now, and you'll see that it drops it in. But of course, it's given me Carol as it was to start off with, and sometimes that happens with Flash Fill. So if you don't get what you want, this is what you can do. I'm just going to take out what it's left me with. I'm going to highlight over the area, so I've got the two options. Oh, by the way, I'll just come back and just change this to how I want it to be. So I'm just going to come in here and type it as Carol, and then I'm going to come over and highlight the area now, data. And you'll see there's a little Flash Fill here. You can also use Control E. So if you like keyboard shortcuts, Control E. So I'm going to click onto that and you'll see, look, it's actually done it for us. So good, right? Okay. Now I've just said to you that it's great if you're using the newer versions of Excel, but if say you're in Excel 2010 or an older version, what we can do here is we can do a little hack. So I'm just going to show you what we can do. I'll come over here and I'll grab maybe their first names here. So I'm just going to go Frank, Carol, Kay, and I'm just going to do a copy. So you could do a Control C if you wanted to. I'm going to whip back over to Word. I'll come down underneath this sentence and I'm going to copy it. Oh, sorry, I'm going to paste it in. So just Control V, or I can do a right hand mouse click paste. And look, it actually comes in as a table. Now what you can do is you can just highlight from the top of the list here. Okay, I'm just going to do this over the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our change case. So I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to actually say, okay, I want it to be sentence case. And you'll see that it's now kicked it all back the way that I want it to be. So you know what I'm going to do now, right? I'm just going to highlight. Oh, look, it just keeps on coming out. There we go. It's trying to highlight it. Okay, I'll just go like this. And I'm just going to highlight, Control C will be fine, or copy, and we'll make our way back over to Excel. So I'm just going to come over to the side here and I'm just going to do a paste. And look at that. So it will just come straight in, and you can actually just go from one to the other if you want to. So that's a little hack for those of you that haven't got the flash fill. Try that out. So it's pretty cool. So that's two different ways that you can work changing your case without functions. Let's look at functions. So I'm just going to come across to change case functions here. Okay, so we can see here we're looking at C4 and we're using a function called the lower function. Now, probably already you know what lower means, right? It's actually going to take whatever is in a cell and it'll send you back the information in lowercase text. So you're probably thinking, well, upper, yeah, we've got an upper, there's an upper there, and that'll give everything in uppercase. And then we've got our proper over here. Very, very simple to use. So let's just have a look at it. I'm just going to delete what's in column D here. Equals, if I just start typing lower, you'll see it'll actually start to come up, and it tells you converts all letters in a text string to lowercase. So all I have to do is press my tab key or continue typing and do an open bracket. And what I can do now is click onto the cell that I'm trying to change the case of. So sometimes we need to put a little extra column right next door to this just to do some data cleaning. And in that column, we will get it into the case that we want it to be. And of course, as you know, you can just double click on that and highlight it, and it'll actually go down and copy it down. So there you go, that's lower. And of course, you just do the same for upper and you do the same for proper. So easy and so useful. So I really hope this instruction has been helpful and you are now able to quickly change the case of your text. If this has been helpful, please let me know in the comments below. And if you use Excel and want to stay connected, please consider following, liking, subscribing, because I'm sharing new videos regularly. And if you know someone who would benefit from this help, please be sure to share this video with them. Hey, thanks for watching and have a fabulous day.